Hola, amiga. Welcome to the Latina Leadership Podcast, a podcast by Latinas for all women. Get ready because today's conversation is really special. Hola, hola, amigas. Welcome back to another episode of the Latina Leadership Podcast. I'm your host, Andrea Diaz, and I'm going to be real honest with y'all. I've been doing a lot of research for this episode. I've been in a total research vortex for the past few weeks. My search history is scary right now. I've got tabs on tabs open about AI, automation, the gig economy, algorithmic bias, name it. And honestly, it started to make me feel a little anxious, like I was studying for a final exam in a class I never signed up for a future that was being designed by people who don't know my name or my family history. It all feels so sterile, so technical. All this talk about upskilling and disruption, but it felt disconnected from the reality of our lives, from the part where work isn't just a transaction. It's how we build stability for our parents, create opportunities for our siblings, and nurture our communities. It's how we practice sovereignty. So I hit a wall and I asked myself, what if we stopped trying to just fit into the predicted future and instead asked how we can shape it? What if we looked at these new tools, AI, remote work, all of it, not as intimidating forces, but as potential instruments we can learn to play to compose a future that sounds like us? And that's when I reread Jackie Rangel's story, and it clicked. Her story isn't just an inspiring biography, it's a living, breathing strategic framework. It's a case study in navigating systemic change on your own terms. So today, we're going to do a deep dive. We'll start with her powerful narrative. Then we're going to overlay it in with the hard data on how technology is impacting our community, the risk, the very real opportunities, and the gaps where our voices are desperately needed. And finally, we'll extract a practical step-by-step playbook from her life that we can all use. So get comfy and let's get into it. Okay, let me pull out my trusty phone and let's read Jackie Rangel's story. In past generations, both my maternal and paternal sides were born in Texas, when Texas was Mexico. I have a great uncle who was a soldier and was killed in Germany during World War II. He died defending this country. Yet the prolific racism my mother and father faced in Texas is still alive today. Both of my parents were spanked and hit with a ruler the moment they spoke Spanish in the public school system. These schools are also included Mexican youth in their yearbooks, after the white kids and before the African American kids. For this reason, my brother and I, who were born and raised in Los Angeles County, were not taught to speak Spanish. Many do not understand why we only understood the language and did not speak it. I am somewhat of an outlier. I attended college at Indiana University, while at IU, I studied abroad in Spain at the University of Salamanca, where I learned to speak Spanish. This led to a 26-and-a-half-year career as a public high school Spanish teacher in LA County. I resigned early to accomplish one of my dreams, to attain a PhD. In 2024, I graduated from Claremont Graduate University with a PhD in urban leadership, and mentorship was a focus of my research. Now I am connecting the dots of the unknown, my indigenous roots. My research has recently shifted to focus on food sovereignty. Last month, I presented this research at the University of New Mexico's Mentorship Institute. I'm also a member of the board of directors for Lopez Urban Farm in Pomona, California. We recently held our first annual Native American Heritage Festival, and it was a resounding success. I'm currently co-creating a symposium for November 2026 titled Bridging the Gap, Latina to Indigeneity. My story also includes having my daughter at 19 years old while attending Mount San Antonio Community College in Walnut, California. In 2017, I climbed Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa. Before the climb, I had run 14 marathons, 3 triathlons, and 1 Ragnar race, and coached elementary school kids to run the first mile of the LA Marathon. I'm married and have 2 adult daughters. My current job title is a part-time clinical faculty advisor. wow. That was such a great story. Just wow. Okay, before we even start to unpack the genius of Jackie's path, we have to get real about the landscape she and we are navigating. The future of work is not a blank slate. It's being built on top of old biases and is creating new ones. I looked at studies from McKinsey, Brookings, Pew Research, and organizations like Data and Society. And the picture is clear, complex, and urgent. The stark risks where the data shows we're vulnerable. So the first one is the automation trap. Research consistently shows that jobs with high routine tasks, think data entry, cashiering, some assembly line work, even parts of bookkeeping, are most successful to being automated or heavily augmented by AI. Here's the gut punch. Due to the historical, educational, and hiring discrimination, Latinas are overrepresented in many of these high-risk occupational categories. It's a double bind. We're funneled into these roles, and now they're the ones on the chopping block. This isn't about our capability, it's about systemic design. The second is the algorithmic bias crisis. This is where it gets scary. AI systems learn from data. If that data is mostly from white, male, English-speaking, affluent contexts, which in tech is overwhelmingly is, the AI learns those worldviews and prejudices. We're talking about hiring algorithms that downgrade resumes with names like Juan or Maria, or historically Black colleges and universities or Hispanic-serving institutions. When we get into facial recognition, which has a significantly higher error rate for women and people with darker skin tones, leading to terrifying implications in policing and surveillance. Or language models that don't understand Spanglish, regional dialects, or cultural contexts, making them useless or even disrespectful in our communities. Or healthcare algorithms that have been proven to offer less care to Black patients because they were trained on data that equated need with cost, not with human health. And sadly, this isn't sci-fi, it's happening. When they say garbage in, garbage out, the garbage can be racism and sexism baked right into the code. So we're going into the cultural divide 2.0, or not the cultural divide, but the digital divide at this point 2.0. And yes, broadband access is still an issue, but there's a new divide. The skills and confidence gap. Even when we have the hardware and Wi-Fi, many of our community schools and training programs aren't equipped to teach not just how to use tech, but how to understand it, critique, and shape it. We risk becoming mere consumers of technology designed by others rather than co-creators. And let's go into now, from the negative, let's go into the positive here, the real tangible opportunities and where our power lies here. The first is the surge of uniquely human skills. So here's the hope. While routine tasks decline, the demand for skills that are deeply human is exploding. The World Economic Forum Future Skills List is basically a description of our cultural toolkit. So you get analytical thinking, creativity, resilience, emotional intelligence, cultural fluency, and leadership. So our ability to navigate complex family dynamics, to translate across cultures, to build trust in community settings, that's our innate competitive advantage. And AI can't do that. A second one is the rise of the hybrid professional. So the future isn't just tech people and non-tech people, it's people who blend domain expertise like education, healthcare, agriculture with tech literacy. So this is our sweet spot. We can be the teachers who use AI to personalize lesson plans for bilingual students, the community health workers who use data apps to track neighborhood health trends, the farmers using sensors to optimize water use for traditional crops. We don't have to be Silicon Valley coders. We can be the central bridge between cutting-edge tools and grounded human need. And the third one, remote work as a tool for spatial and cultural justice. So this is huge. So remote and hybrid work can dismantle the old recruitment that to have a high-paying career, you must leave your culturally rich, multi-generational community for expensive, often homogeneous coastal cities. So this allows us to keep our talent and wealth local. We can invest in our hometowns, participate in local politics, and maintain the family and community ties that are our bedrock. It's a form of economic self-determination. And fourth, the critical need for diverse builders. So the tech industry itself is screaming for diversity, not as a PR move, but because their biased products are failing in the real world. There is a growing demand for ethicists, bias auditors, user experience researchers, and prompt engineers from diverse backgrounds. Our lived experience navigating systemic bias makes us uniquely qualified to spot it in algorithms and design more equitable solutions. So, with all that data swirling in our heads, the risk of biases, the vulnerability to automation, but also the huge demand for human skills and diverse perspectives, let's re-examine Jackie's story. It's not just inspiring, it's deliberate, masterful strategy to directly address that directly addresses every single one of these modern challenges. So let's go by it layer by layer. So the first layer, she future-proofed through human-only skills. So her 26-and-a-half-year teaching career wasn't an accident. Teaching, especially language and culture, is a symphony of human skills: empathy, mentorship, cultural translation, adaptive communication, inspiration. These are the precise skills that research shows are growing in demand and are the hardest to automate. She didn't chase the hot tech job of the 90s. She mastered a timeless, irreplaceable profession. She built her foundation on bedrock, not sand. Let's go into the second layer, where she gained institutional leverage to combat systemic bias. So her PhD wasn't an ego move. In a world where algorithms and expert systems make weighty decisions, formal credentials still grant authority in institutional settings. By earning a doctorate in urban leadership, she gained the credibility to sit at tables where tech policies are discussed, grants are awarded, and research is validated. She can now critique a biased AI tool or advocate for community data sovereignty with a title that forces systems to listen. She acquired the master key to challenge the new digital house. And the third layer, her impact ecosystem is anti-fragile and tech-resistant. Bless you, Sugar, bless you. My cat over here, he sneezed. I'm sorry, guys. Look at what she built post-PhD. So, a research focus, food sovereignty, a hands-on implementation, urban farm board, and a cultural celebration, which is the festival, and a knowledge-sharing platform, which is the symposium. This is an anti-fragile system. If one part faces challenges, the grant funding dries up for research, the other parts, the farm, the opportunity, the community relationships, they sustain the mission. So this is the opposite of a single automatable job. It's a web of meaning and impact that no algorithm can replicate. It addresses the whole person and whole community in a way tech alone never can. And the fourth layer, she reclaims narrative in the age of algorithms. So her shift to focus on indigenous roots and food sovereignty is a profound act of data reclamation. For centuries, colonizing systems have collected data on indigenous and Latino communities to control and extract. Jackie is part of the movement saying, we will collect and interpret our own data. We will define our own metrics, our health, success, and sovereignty. This is the ultimate response to algorithmic bias, building our own frameworks of knowledge and value rooted in our cultures, not extractive databases. And the fifth layer, she embodies holistic resilience as the ultimate tech. So marathons, the Kilimanjaro mountain motherhood, this is the most powerful layer. In an age of digital burnout, extreme fatigue, and anxiety induced by constant connectivity, Jackie embeds the original technology, the human body, spirit, and heart. The discipline to train for a marathon is the discipline to see a long-term project through. The courage to climb a mountain is the courage to pivot a career. This holistic self-investment creates a leader who cannot be replaced or outsourced because their power source is internal and renewable. All right, so how do we translate this from awe into action? Here is an extended practical playbook inspired by Jackie, designed for our current moment. So step 1 is the dual audit. Yeah, this one comes in multiple parts. So part A is focused on skills. So make 2 lists. List 1 is all your routine skills, things you do that feel repetitive that software could likely do. And list 2 is all your uniquely human skills, building rapport, mediating conflict, creative problem solving, cultural translation. Your strategy is to automate or delegate the task of list 1 using tech or training services to free up energy to deepen and monetize the skills of list 2. And part B of this is heritage. So have a conversation. Ask yourself, what knowledge or skill did our family have that got lost or was discouraged? So this can be land stewardship, herbal medicine, storytelling, trade. This is your cultural IP. It's your unique data set. Step 2, achieve tech bilingualism. No coding required for this. So move from user to conductor. You don't need to build the AI. You need to learn to conduct it. So spend 30 minutes a week learning prompt engineering. It's just the art of asking an AI clear strategic questions. So a practical task along with this is go to ChatGPT or free AI tool, and instead of write a resume prompted I am your job with a background in your Canadian heritage, help me translate from experience and skill in list 2 and go from there. So you see how this is kind of more in depth. So it's more of how can it be a collaborator. In step 3, position yourself as an essential bridge. So identify your domain. What is your area of deep non-tech knowledge? So this could be education, family care, food, arts, mental health, organizing, and spot the tech gap. What's a tech tool in that domain that feels clunky, biased, or non-existent for our community? Your lived experience is the product insight tech companies are missing. So speak up, provide that feedback, frame it not as complaint, but as valuable user data. So it could be like, as a Spanish-speaking user, the translation feature doesn't capture the nuance needed for the healthcare consent forms. This creates a liability and an equity issue. So that's an example of that, but feel free to frame it in your own way for whatever tech that you come in contact with that you're like, oh, this is not that great for our community, but I want to report my own perspective on it. Step 4, build your portfolio de propósito, your portfolio purpose. Map your ecosystem. So on a big piece of paper, draw your current roles. This could be a job, son or daughter, friend, volunteer, creator. Draw lines between them. So where does the energy flow? Where are the gaps? And launch a micro project. So start one tiny project that connects 2 worlds. So here's an example. So this is made up example. So maybe use your graphic design skills, maybe from your job, to create simple, beautiful flyers in Spanish and English for a local community fridge. So you've just connected your professional skill to community need, creating a new node in your ecosystem. So it goes like that. You want to connect your both professional and your community side as well in this. So in step 5, implement sovereign tech hygiene. Really interesting term here. Your attention is your sovereignty. Tech is designed to capture it. So reclaim it. So digital minimalism practice. So turn off all non-essential notifications. Designate tech-free zones in your home. It could be the dinner table, your bedroom. And I know this is difficult, guys, but you gotta try it. Data sovereignty. Be ruthless about your privacy settings. Ask why an app needs your location or contacts. Your personal data is fuel for the algorithms. Be intentional about what you give. And step 6, cultivate your source of non-digital power. So if you take away anything from this, take away this. So what is the thing that makes you feel most alive, most powerful, most you away from a screen? Is it running, dancing, gardening, cooking, complex family recipes, hiking? Schedule it like a critical business meeting. That activity isn't a luxury. It's a maintenance for the human machine that will outlast any trend. It's where you develop the grit and creativity no AI can match. Amigas, Jackie's story and all this research led me to one undeniable conclusion. The future work is not a pre-written script we must anxiously memorize. It is a collaborative document, and we have both the right and the responsibility to hit edit. We are not passive subjects of technological change. We are the descendants of people who cross borders, learn new languages, and build vibrant economies from nothing. Adaptability isn't in our future, it's in our DNA. The call now is to bring that same ingenuity to the digital frontier. To be the people who ensure AI understands our abuelita remedies, to be the ones who use remote work to strengthen our hometowns, to build businesses and nonprofits that leverage tech for community sovereignty, not extraction. So here is your final and most important assignment from this episode. I want you to write, not for social media, but for yourself. Open a note on your phone or take out a journal and write your future. Use Jackie's structure as a guide. So you can start off the first point. In past generations, start off like that, and then acknowledge your inheritance, the struggles, and the strengths. The second part, point 2, start off, I have mastered, and then name out your uniquely human skills, your cultural IP. And then the third part, start off, in this technological age, I choose to use these tools to build, and then moving on from there, describe the ecosystem you want to create. Your version of the farm, the festival, the symposium. Be specific, even if it's small. And the fourth point is to protect, start it off as to protect my humanity. I will fiercely guard. And then there, name your non-negotiable source of joy and strength. So this future is your compass. When tech trends feel overwhelming, when job descriptions seem alienating, come back to it. It reminds you of who you are and what you are building towards. And Jackie, desde lo más profundo de mi corazón, thank you. You have not just shared your story, you have given us a framework, a language, and a fierce kind of hope. And to all of you listening, this is our time. We are the generation that speaks code and consejo. We understand data and dichos. That is our superpower. So share your insights, your micro projects, your struggles with the tech world. And you can send us a DM at our socials or tag us on a post you do about it on Latina Leadership Podcast. And let's learn from each other, especially in this digital age. We are not waiting for the future to arrive. We are building it con mucho amor, con mucha estrategia. With all my heart, thank you for being here. And cuídense mucho, hermosas, and hasta la próxima. Bye, amigas.